This is the budding light of hope and knowledge, the delight of Sri Prakash Educational Institutions, spreading academic brilliance in all directions.
Namaste friends, how are you? I hope you are all doing well. Dear friends, now coming to the online platform, online video classes brought to you by Sri Prakash Educational Institutions. Class Final BSc Semester 5, Subject Chemistry, Paper 5, Topic Coordination Compounds, Subtopic Applications of Valence Bond Theory. Dear friends, already you all know that the valence bond theory was mainly explained the hybridization, geometry or shape, magnetic properties and magnetic momentum of the coordination or complex compounds. And also you all know that two types of d orbitals are involved in the hybridization. Those are n minus 1 into d are inner d orbitals and nd are outer d orbitals. By depending upon these orbitals, the octahedral complexes are mainly classified as two types. Those are inner orbital complexes or low spin complexes and outer orbital complexes are high spin complexes. In this session, we will discuss the inner orbital octahedral complexes with examples. Dear friends, depending upon the nature of d orbitals, the octahedral complexes are mainly formed by d2sp3 hybridization or sp3d2 hybridization. If octahedral complexes are formed due to d2sp3 hybridization, then that octahedral complexes are called inner orbital complexes or low spin complexes. If the octahedral complexes are formed due to the sp3d2 hybridization, then that complexes are called outer orbital complexes or high spin complexes. In this session, we will discuss the one of the type of octahedral complexes like inner orbital complexes or low spin complexes. For suppose, I will take one example, that is CrNH3 6 times plus 3. The IUPAC name of this complex is hexaamine chromium 3 ion. This is the one of the type of inner orbital or low spin complex. That means in this complex, the inner d orbitals are n minus 1 into d orbitals are involved in hybridization. Now I will explain the d2sp3 hybridization of chromium in CrNH3 6 times plus 3 complex. Dear friends, already you all know that the hybridization is explained by using the atomic number of central metal atom or central metal ion in the given complex. In our complex, the central metal atom or central metal ion is chromium. Already you all know that the atomic number of chromium is 24. Dear friends, already you all know that the atomic number is denoted by Z. So the electronic configuration of chromium is argon 3d5 4s1 4p0, because the atomic number of argon is 18 This is the noble gas or inert gas. Dear friends, I will ask one question, that is, what is the general name of argon? Yes, the general name of argon is lazy gas. Now coming to our concept. Already you all know that the electronic configuration of chromium is argon 3d5 4s1 4p0. Valence or ground state electronic configuration of chromium is 3d5 4s1 4p0. The orbital diagram of chromium is 3d5 4s1 4p0. In this, the 3d orbital contain 5 electrons. Already you all know that d orbitals are 5. Those are dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square and dz square orbitals. Already you all know that in chromium the 3d orbital containing 5 electrons. According to Hund's rule, in 5d orbitals, firstly the single electrons are filled. That means the electrons are filled like this in d orbitals, and according to the electronic configuration of 4s orbital, the 4s orbital contains only one electron, but 4p orbital does not contain electrons. Now we will calculate the oxidation state of chromium in CrNH3 6 times plus 3. In CrNH3 6 times plus 3, the ligands are ammonia ligands. Already you all know that the ammonia ligands are neutral ligands. That means the oxidation state of ammonia is 0. So in this complex, the oxidation state of chromium is plus. That means 3 electrons are removed from the valence shell of chromium. Then the electronic configuration of Cr plus 3 is 3d3 4s0 4p0. That means 3 electrons are present in the 3d orbital, and these 3 electrons are filled like this. Dear friends, here I will ask one general question on the electrons, that is, who was discovered by electrons? Yes, the electrons were discovered by J.J. Thomson, but the name of the electrons were given by G.J. Stoning. Now coming to our concept. Already you all know that the electronic configuration of Cr plus 3, that means chromium plus 3 ion, is 3d3 4s0 4p0. That means 2 3d orbitals, 1 4s orbital and 3 4p orbitals are hybridized to give 6 d2 sp3 hybrid orbitals. Because of in Cr plus 3 ion, 2 3d orbitals, 1 4s orbital and 3 4p orbitals are vacant or empty. Already you all know that according to valency bond theory, the vacant or empty orbitals are involved in hybridization. So it gives 6 d2 sp3 hybrid orbitals. Because already you all know that how many atomic orbitals are involved in hybridization, then forms same number of hybrid orbitals. In this complex, 2 2 3d orbitals, 1 4s orbital and 3p orbitals are involved in hybridization. So form 6d2 sp3 hybrid orbitals. These hybrid orbitals are involved in bond formation with ammonia ligands. In ammonia, the nitrogen atom has one lone pair of electrons. Dear friends, now I will ask one general question on the ammonia. That is, by using which process we will prepare the ammonia gas in laboratory? Yes, the best preparation process of ammonia is Haber's process. Now coming to our concept. Already you all know that in ammonia, nitrogen atom has one lone pair of electrons. These electron pairs are involved in the bond formation with hybrid orbitals of metal, that is chromium. That means in this the ammonia ligands are donates electron pairs to the empty orbitals of metal, then forms coordinate covalent bonds or dative bonds in between ammonia and empty orbitals of metal. Dear friends, in this 2 3d orbitals, 1 4s orbital and 3 4p orbitals are involved in bond formation with ligands. So the hybridization is D2sp3. So the geometry or shape of this complex is octahedral. So this is the one of the example of inner orbital or low spin complex. In this, the chromium metal have 3 single electrons or 3 unpaired electrons. So the magnetic property of this complex is paramagnetic property or paramagnetic nature. Dear friends, already you all know that if the metal have unpaired electrons or single electrons, then that metal takes place in external magnetic field, then that metal is attracted by that external magnetic field. Then that metal is called paramagnetic material and that nature is called paramagnetic nature. Like that, in this complex, the chromium has 3 single electrons. So this complex has paramagnetic nature. And the magnetic momentum of this complex is, already you all know that the calculation of magnetic momentum of the metal formula is mu equal to root over n into n plus 2, where n equal to number of unpaired electrons. How many unpaired or single electrons are present? Yes, in this complex, the chromium ion contains 3 unpaired electrons. That means n value, yes, 3. So mu equal to root over n into n plus 2. Already you all know that, where n value is 3. So the magnetic momentum value of this complex is 3.83 bm, Already we know that the full form of Bm is Bohr magnets. The Bohr magnets are the units of magnetic momentum. Now we will discuss the another example, that is example 2, that is K4FeCN6. Dear friends, what is the general name of this complex? Yes, the general name of this complex is potassium ferrocyanide. And what is the IUPAC name of this complex? Yes, the IUPAC name of this complex is potassium hexacyanoferrate 2. This is also the one of the type of inner orbital or low spin complex. That means in this complex the central metal ion, that is iron, undergo which hybridization? Yes, inner orbital or low spin complexes are undergo D2sp3 hybridization. Now explanation. The hybridization is explained by using, yes, the atomic number of iron. So what is the atomic number of iron? Yes, the atomic number of iron is 26. So the electronic configuration of iron is argon 3d6 4s2 4p0. Valence or ground state electronic configuration of iron is, yes, 3d6 4s2 4p0. That means 3d orbital contain 6 electrons. 4s orbital contain 2 electrons. 4p orbital does not contain electrons. In 3d orbital, firstly the 5 electrons are singly occupied according to Hund's rule. Next 6 electron is paired up. But in this complex X is +2, because in this complex the ligands are cyanide ligands. The oxidation state of cyanide is, yes, -1. And in this complex the one of the other metal also present at outside of the square bracket, that is potassium. Already all know that what is the oxidation state of potassium. Yes, the oxidation state of potassium is +1, because potassium is first A or alkaline metal. So the oxidation state of iron is +2. That means 2 electrons are removed from the valence shell of iron. So the iron, that is Fe, is converts to Fe+2 ion. So the electronic configuration of Fe+2 is 3d6 4s0 4p0, because in iron the 2 electrons are removed from the 4s orbital. So the electronic configuration of Fe+2 is 3d6 4s0 4p0. This is the orbital diagram of Fe+2 ion. In this complex the ligand is cyanide. According to spectrochemical series, the cyanide ligand is strong ligand. Already you all know that If strong ligand is present in the complex, then the electrons in the metal is paired up against to the Hund's rule. Okay friends, this is the spectrochemical series. After rearrangement of electrons in Fe plus 2, the electronic configuration of Fe plus 2 is 3d6, 4s0, 4p0. But in 3d orbital, the 6 electrons are paired up against to the Hund's rule because of cyanide is strong ligand. So, in this metal, 2 3d orbitals, 1 4s orbital and 3 4p orbitals are hybridized to form 6 d2 sp3 hybrid orbitals. Because of if how many number of atomic orbitals are involved in hybridization, then forms the same number of hybrid orbitals. Here, friends, how many number of hybrid orbitals are involved in the hybridization? Yes, 2 3d, 1 4s, 3 4p. That means 3 plus 1 plus 3 equal to 6. So form 6d2 sp3 hybrid orbitals. These hybrid orbitals are accept an electron pair from cyanide ion or cyanide ligand, then forms bonds. Dear friends, already you all know that in K4FeCN6 complex, the Fe is undergo D2sp3 hybridization. That means this is forms 6d2sp3 hybrid orbitals. These hybrid orbitals are accept an electron pair from the cyanide ligand or cyanide ion, then forms bonds in between these hybrid orbitals of the metal to cyanide ligand. These bonds are called, yes, coordinate covalent bonds. In this, already you all know that the cyanide ligand donates electron pairs to the empty orbitals of metal, then forms coordination covalent bonds. So, the hybridization of this complex is D2sp3. And the geometry or shape of this complex is octahedral. In this complex, the metal do not contain unpaired or single electrons. Why? Because of in this complex, the ligand is cyanide ligand. If cyanide ligand is strong ligand, so in metal, the electrons are paired up opposite to Hund's rule. Already you all know that in this complex, the iron oxidation state is plus 2. That means the Fe plus 2 contains 6 electrons. So the 6 electrons are paired up against to Hund's rule. That's why the number of single electrons or unpaired electrons in Fe plus 2 in this complex is, yes, 0. So the magnetic property of this complex is, yes, diamagnetic property, because of no single electrons, that is repelled by external magnetic field. If repelled by external magnetic field, that property is called diamagnetic property. And the magnetic momentum, the formula of magnetic momentum is mu equal to root over n into n plus 2, where n equal to number of unpaired or single electrons, that is 0. So magnetic momentum is 0. Special condition. Interestingly, here given one complex, that is CONH3 6 times plus 3. The IUPAC name of this complex is hexaamine cobalt 3 ion. Dear friends, already you all know that in this complex the ligand is ammonia. Actually, ammonia is weak ligand, but in CO plus 3, ammonia acts as a strong field ligand. So in this complex, cobalt undergo D2sp3 hybridization. Explanation. The hybridization is explained by using the atomic number of cobalt. Already you all know that the atomic number of cobalt is 27. So the electronic configuration of cobalt is argon 3d7 4s2 4p0. Valence or ground state electronic configuration of cobalt is 3d7 4s2 4p0. In this orbital diagram, in 3d orbital contains 7 electrons. Among 7 electrons, the first 5 electrons are singly occupied in orbitals according to Hund's rule. After remaining 2 electrons are paired up. In 4s orbital contain 2 electrons and 4p orbital does not contain electrons. In this complex, the oxidation state of cobalt is plus 3. Because of, in this complex, the ligands are ammonia ligands. Already you all know that the oxidation state of ammonia is 0 because of ammonia is not a ligand. So the oxidation state of cobalt is plus 3. That means 3 electrons are removed from the valence shell of cobalt. Then the electronic configuration of CO plus 3 ion is 3d6 4s0 and 4p0. This is the orbital diagram of CO plus 3 ion. In this complex, the ammonia ligand acts as a strong field ligand. So, the electrons in metal paired up against to Hund's rule. So, the electronic configuration of CO plus 3 ion is 3d6 4s0 and 4p0. The 6 electrons in 3d orbital is paired up against to Hund's rule. So, 2 3d orbitals, 1 4s orbital and 3 4p orbitals are vacant or empty. These orbitals are involved in the hybridization. That means 6d2sp3 hybrid orbitals are formed. Already we all know that ammonia is strong field ligand, and in ammonia the nitrogen atom contains one lone pair of electrons. These electron pairs are donates to the empty orbitals of metal. That means 6d2sp3 hybrid orbitals of metal, then forms bonds. These bonds are called coordinate covalent bonds. What is the other name of coordinate covalent bond? Yes, dative bond. But in sometimes the dative bond is also called back bond. Dear friends, in this orbital diagram, the ammonia ligands donates electron pairs to the empty orbitals of metal, then forms coordinate covalent bonds in between the ligand to empty or vacant orbitals of metal. So the hybridization is D2sp3 because of two 3d orbitals, one 4s orbital and three 4p orbitals are involved in the hybridization. So the hybridization is D2sp3 and the geometry or shape of the complex is octahedral. Already you all know that in this complex the ammonia acts as a strong field ligand. Already you all know that in CO plus 3 the all electrons are paired up. That means the number of unpaired or single electrons are 0. If 0, what is the magnetic property of this complex? Yes, the magnetic property of this complex is diamagnetic property. The magnetic momentum, already we know that the formula of magnetic momentum is mu equal to root over n into n plus 2. So that is 0 because of the number of unpaired or single electrons are 0. These are the some examples of inner orbital or low spin complexes. Dear friends, you will find the hybridization, geometry, magnetic property and magnetic momentum of the iron in the K3FeCN6 complex. So, dear friends, in the next class we will discuss the another application of valence bond theory, that is the another octahedral complex, that is outer orbital or high spin complexes with examples. Until then, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy and keep learning. Thank you all.